What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Town Biz Sports, Town Biz Sports and Entertainment Media, and the Sports and Political channel of LB for both taking a stance against this movie, Ant-Man 3. And I want to join them in unison in protesting this film. All right. It's not necessarily the quality of the film. It's not anything against the actors, except for particularly one who's going to be appearing in this movie. It's more of the politics or politics behind the scenes. All right. I know people like to hear me talk about race, but I'm sorry. It does play a significant role in how Hollywood values you, unless you're a big enough star to supersede that. But I don't like how they treated T.I., all right? When T.I.'s allegations surfaced last year, now remember, let's be honest, the allegations were against him and his wife, against several women who claimed that the couple sexually abused them, right? Now, come to find out, these allegations have proved to be baseless. No truth to them whatsoever. He was fired. He was not offered his job back, even though he was cleared of any wrongdoing. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller, who has been a real-life menace to society, keeps getting break after break after break after break. And I cannot attribute it to anything other than white supremacy. When you are a white person in almost any field, you will get the benefit of the doubt more so than a black person. When you are a black person and you are committed of a crime, first of all, you're innocent until proven guilty. And then even then, there's a lingering suspicion of guilt. And if you are guilty of the transgression of crime, you're defined by that. Whereas if you're another race, in particular white, and you commit a crime, it's seen as more of a character flaw. But the greater person has potential for redemption. That fucking infuriates me. It infuriates a lot of people. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't see it. I don't see racism. Well, look, I'm a man, right? I don't really see sexism often. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because I'm a man, so therefore I'm not looking at traditional sexism, but I do notice what you would call reverse sexism. Why? Because I'm a man sensitive to seeing that. But I don't see oftentimes women being discriminated against because of their sex. But it happens because women tell me. So anyway, Ezra Miller, let's just go through the list. I'm just going through what I can remember. Recently, of course, he stole alcohol from a neighbor's home, burglarized the home. Let's see what else. He assaulted a couple verbally. Another couple, I think he hit the husband upside the head. He punched a woman in her eye and broke her orbital socket, I believe. Yes, violence against women. But somehow, some way, never materialized against him. Nothing, all right? Threw a chair at someone. This guy has been a complete and total menace to society. Got into an altercation with police. And I don't want to hear anything about, well, it's because he's a big star, because the actor that plays Cyclops in the Justice League movies was fired simply because he made a complaint against the director who was rude and abusive to those while remaking that movie. The replacement director And the studio did an investigation which proved that he was correct. But as a consequence, he was fired. It was almost like, well, you can't make these accusations and cost us this much money in investigation thinking you're going to keep your job. We're going to fire you. So that's the double standard there. There's always been a double standard, man. Look, I love Robert Downey Jr. as an actor, right? But I remember where his career was back in 2007, 2008. Terrence Howard was a rising star. Terrence Howard took if I'm not mistaken, he took a pay cut. He took a pay cut just so Robert Downey Jr. would get more money for Iron Man. But when Iron Man became a success and it reinvigorated Robert Downey Jr.'s career, when Terrence Howard asked for a raise, that was enough for them to fire him because he's being uppity. So at the end of the day, man, it's a fucked up system, man. It's a fucked up system. You have actors who have allegedly said racist shit to black subordinate actors and still get Oscars. Isaiah Washington, what he said was wrong, but it permanently ruined his career. He had a trajectory where he was going to be like the next Blair Underwood or something, and he never recovered from that. And I'm not saying what he said was right, but the punishment did not fit the situation. It wasn't even proven that, it hasn't even been proven that he said that to anyone in particular. But, it is what it is, man. All I know is I'm not looking at this movie because Ezra Miller's character, if I haven't said this yet, Ezra Miller's character, the Flash, is going to appear in this movie. So I'm not watching it. You keep him employed, but you fire T.I. off of allegations that were completely baseless. Completely baseless. All right? But this guy who's done nothing but been a complete menace gets to keep his job because he cries about, I'm having mental health issues. That's the ticket. That's always the excuse. That's the go-to excuse for boorish, bawdry, and downright illegal behavior with some people. I'm having mental health issues. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.